I'm not usually someone who makes resolutions, you know, if there's something I want to change about myself, you know, like I'll just start doing it immediately. I'm not going to wait until the next year to like finally start eating healthier, or going to the gym or exercising. But last year, one of my good buddies, August, you've seen him in a couple videos on my channel, and I've done some stuff for his channel, No Rush Theater. And he came to me with this idea of, let's just each make a film in 2025. And that really intrigued me just because I'm a huge fan of Joel Haver, if you haven't been able to tell. And, you know, the fact that he did 12 feature films in 12 months, I was like, well, yeah, I can do one feature film in 1 year, pretty much. Like, that just seemed like a no-brainer. Like, of course I could probably do this. And whether or not it was because of the fact that he was able to crank them out so fast, just due to his experience, that like I kind of spent the first half of this year just kind of like waiting and trying to find that perfect story that I could tell or whatever. And so I didn't really get started until like these last 4 or 5 months of the year on my own feature film. And then I got work things came up, personal things. And then, you know, I got involved in a theater production right here in December at the end of the year. And all of that to say, I am not going to get a feature film out this year. I have failed in my goal, but that's okay. I always think about that quote from one of the guys who worked on Nintendo in the early days, who said something about a delayed game will inevitably be made great, but a rushed game is always going to be bad, or something like that. I'll put the actual quote up here for people to look at and laugh at me for how wrong I butchered that. But that's kind of where I'm at right now, because I could have potentially gotten everything done for the movie and gotten it out by the end of this year, but it probably would have been rushed and probably not been something that I was proud of. And I'm gonna keep working on it. I'm not really gonna give a set date of when it's gonna come out by, in case something else happens and I can't get it done by that date. But I am gonna be working on it, and it will come out at some point in 2026, hopefully. Sometimes it's almost like beneficial, I feel like, to fail in stuff, because it just reminds you of your own capabilities, you know, and how you can better set realistic goals, or how to better plan and prepare for the next time. You know, I want to keep making movies. This is a form and a medium that I thoroughly enjoy, and just making my first film has been a real learning experience, even though I didn't quite make it the way or in the time frame that I wanted to. I've learned a lot, and I'm thoroughly excited to take what I've been learning and to keep applying it into future projects that I'm going to make. So I guess what I want to remind all of you, and myself included, is not to let your failures define you. You know, you can embrace them and learn from them, but don't let, being bad at one thing the first time just, limit yourself of like, oh, I'm never going to make movies again. I'm never going to paint again. I'm not going to play music again. A bunch of those things also apply to me. I love the arts and I love all kinds of it, and I'm not very good at some of it. I mean, even from this past year, my Werner Herzog little musical minute-long film I had to make for Kick the Ladder. I'd only done one musical project back in college, and it failed tremendously, just from my point of view. And I've kind of been afraid to do musical stuff ever since then. But the fact that I only had a week in the Kick the Ladder format to get something done, get something out there, I was really proud and happy with how that turned out. And now that I know, you know, how to make a musical, how to incorporate it better going forward, I'm excited with the possibilities. You know, that's why, you know, we have this great, you know, art form. You know, we have them on our phones, these cameras that we can just create and do stuff with, you know, and it excites me. It excites me with, you know, moving on past your failures and realizing that you can do the things that you love and that you set out to do. And so, you know, from one artist to another, I'm looking forward to what's coming in 2026, and I can't wait to see what you create too. Thanks for listening to me ramble for a couple minutes about this. You know, I'm very passionate about art and, you know, the stuff that I love, and this wonderful platform, YouTube, that, you know, we can upload it freely. You know, it's got some problems, yeah, but, you know, all in all, the fact that, you know, anyone can make, you know, something from a minute-long film to, like, you know, a 4-hour epic and just upload it here on this channel, like, it's pretty impressive in my book, and I'm grateful for it. So I love you guys. I hope you have an excellent 2026, and I'll see you guys in the next year. Bye.